yesterday was day 21 of my carnivore experiment, and I have found myself reflecting quite a bit the last couple of days on that initial question that kind of just changed everything for me in terms of nutrition, health, and how I approach my life and how I consult my clients. And that question was, where does my food come from? Like, the mindset was taking a general interest in where my food comes from, like tracing any fruit or anything that I eat all the way back to the quality of the soil, the quality of the seed, and even getting to know the hands that actually planted and harvested that fruit. Or the same can be said for, if any of the meat that I eat, what was the quality of the life of that animal, how it was raised, the whole 9 yards. So, when you think about the state that we're in as a country, and I don't know much about the entire world, I'm not going to speak that far, but I know that in the country, there's quite a bit of obesity, there's quite a bit of heart disease, there's quite a bit of chronic disease, and it's no coincidence that the big question that has changed, the common question, right? And the common thing that's changed from, I guess earlier on in the century or in last century is making food choices based on convenience and price. You want food that's cheap and food that's convenient rather than food that is really nutritious, like really nourishes the body and is sustainable, right? That it regenerates the planet and the soil and the whole system. And as the trend has gone up toward cheap and convenient food, the trend has also followed with, the obesity and the heart disease. So I was just talking to a client today, and we were talking about nutrition. I was like, listen, you really want to simplify this? If you can just approach each food choice that you make from the perspective of, hey, where did this come from? How far can I trace this? And does that mean 100% of your food you're going to be able to speak to the farmer that grew it? No, not at all. But if you can limit the exposure to food that you don't know where it came from, you're going to be that much better off. People that live the longest and are the healthiest approach food from that perspective, and they go the extra mile to get their hands on the best quality food because it is medicine. People that are sick and need medicine, 9.5 or even 10 times out of 10, if you go into detail about their diet, their day-to-day consistent diet, they're making food choices that are either convenient or cheap, and they're paying for it in the long run. So yeah, that's just a quick rant on what's been going on in my head those last few days. Just reflecting on that pivotal question, taking an interest in where does my food come from, and just making every conscious choice from that place. But about yesterday, my day yesterday, kicked things off with a morning cup of coffee while I was just doing some computer work. I worked from the house for the majority of the day, was able to get some breakfast in, was about 6 eggs and 6 or 7 slices of bacon. I was able to eat at home with the girls, which is one of my favorite things to do. So we enjoyed breakfast together, and then lunch was just a can of tuna salad. Can't go wrong with that. 50 grams of protein plus the mayos, another 60, 70 grams of protein. I'm going to be making that mayo recipe because it really is a game changer. 10 calories, and it's high in protein as well. And then I had afternoon clients yesterday, so I actually sipped on the broth yesterday during my afternoon clients. And then dinner was delicious chicken wings that my wife whipped up in the oven. And I lost count. I had quite a few of those. But yeah, apart from my mental blurb at the beginning, everything is good. I didn't train yesterday. I was a little bit sore from the previous day, so took the day off. And yeah, that's about it. If you guys have any questions or comments, please don't hesitate to leave me in the comment section below. Let me know what your approach is on food. This is a conversation that I want to talk about more, and I want to just explore with people, how close can we get to our food. I think it's possible for everybody, no matter what part of the world you live in, to get close to your food. It may not be convenient, it may not always be cheap, but like I said, it's an investment. And if you ask that question and act on that question now, it can improve not just the quality of your years, but the years of your life. So let me know in the comment section what you think about that. I know it's a lot to unpack. And yeah, as always, link to the smoothie and the broth are in the description below. And I'll catch you guys on the very next update.